Hello and welcome to another episode of Vintage Story on the Ara Fury server. Right now, I am headed to the second translocator that I found earlier, and I am going to repair it thanks to the wonderful visit from Nathan and our trades. I now have the temporal gears needed to repair my second translocator. And unfortunately, that video, I was unable to record my part of it since I was having some technical difficulties and my programs weren't playing nicely. And yeah, I just thought my audio wasn't recorded, or Discord audio wasn't being recorded. And I really should have put some kind of pillar down. Maybe I'll do that, but I think I have to go through this cave over here. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, I don't have my half of that episode. So to see what happens and Nathan's tour of my base and everything, you're going to have to go to his channel and check it out. So the link is always down in the description for Nathan's channel. So go on ahead, go over, take a look, and see that episode of our tour of my base. So here we are at my second translocator, and I have yet to actually loot this area here. So let's do that. Get these all picked up here. I don't think I did leave things. Filled beanade. Okay, that's cool. And I don't think lime. Okay. So I'm gonna put these on real quick because we are in enemy territory and I don't want to be jumped upon unawares. So 1, 2, 3. All right, are you guys ready? Here, let's get some blocks out just in case we pop out in the middle of some unfriendly thing. And let's see where this thing goes. Oh, it's still warping space-time, right. It needs to turn on first, essentially. I don't think there are too many people on right now. Not terrible, but hopefully the translocator will do its job and send us to a new place. So I'm going to let this do its thing and I'll be back. Or never mind. I don't need to make a cut because it is ready. So let's go where this will send us. All right, we are in the middle of a desert. There's a trader right nearby. Deserts are fantastic places to go meteor searching, so that's going to be awesome. All right, let's see what we have in here. Some scrap, some gears, more scrap. All right, and ooh, gears. Okay, cool. And let's go. Wow, this is like right at the surface. That's so convenient. I should waypoint this so I don't get lost, because knowing me, I will. Okay, let's see what there is to be seen. I don't really want to go in there yet. I don't really want to do some caving at the moment. So let's go see what's around. So there's a lot of peridotite. It's a peridotite desert. So a weird green desert. Let's get a shovel here. So there's probably a lot of olivine around here since it tends to hang out in this kind of desert. Wow, this is a very mountainous kind of desert. It's kind of inconvenient to traverse. Let's get to the top of something and see what we can see. But wow, look at the rock formations, the land formations in this. Here, sorry, let me get to a higher place where you can see those formations. There we go. So look at that. There's a lot of these cool little caves here and all these mountains and hills, and then this giant mountain over here. Let's see, what is that direction? Yeah, there's a big ruin here, it looks like, so we might want to go check that out. And I'm not quite sure what that is. It might be a tree, it might be a ruin. I'm not as adept at figuring out what they are. Hey, look, it's Vista. I'm not actually too far from Vista and Paw Badger. Okay. So this is pretty cool. So I am not in the middle of nowhere per se, but it's definitely a new place for me. So shall we do some adventuring? See what we can find? That looks like a cave. It's kind of hard with all the mountains, actually, to see meteors. So that's unfortunate. That's probably a cave, too. Okay, well, since I'm not getting much from the map, I might as well just go and explore myself. Make sure I have my... Oh, I didn't set my waypoint. Wow, that's a crazy find. Okay, so you can see on the map, here is the translocator I came out of. And here is the new one that I just barely found. So I'm gonna have to put a mark for that for new translocator. And it is literally just right on the surface, just like the one I came through. So that is crazy. There's so many translocators and I just can't keep up with the gears for them. Blasting powder, nice. Fuel my hobbies. Okay, well, that is going to be something that I get to when I have the gears for. So it seems to be all of my fun is bottlenecked at these gears. So I really just, I need to, no, go down. I need to find a consistent supply of them. Or, you know, be lucky enough to actually be on when the server's having, oh dear. That made my heart drop down to my toes. When the server is having storms, I need to be able to be on when there are storms. Maybe I need to ask the people in Discord to let me know when storms are happening so I can like jump on during the day randomly when one's about to hit. It looks like I have to go this way, even though it's terrifying and I hate these drops because I'm awful at them. Well, shall we descend? Hey, Drifter. What you doing down there? Creeping? Creeping and peeping? Ah. Nope, just running away. Okay, see ya. Let's get this one, then go after your friend. Okay, so that's a dead end anyway. I don't know if he's going to be able to climb back up after me, so let's go on ahead and harvest this one. Oh, there he is. Okay. Making a liar out of me. There we go. Let's harvest you guys. It'd be great if, you know, you both could give me gears, but obviously not gonna happen. So, I will continue searching, and that's a dead end too. Wow, this was a disappointing little jaunt down into nowhere. So I am going to explore and look around and see what I can see, and I'll bring you in if I find any other interesting things, like a surface translocator, for instance. I decided to come check out the ruins that were over here, and this is the craziest thing I have ever seen. I don't know how well you can see it on the camera, considering even in game it's super, super foggy, but this ruin is just like suspended over this crazy void area, I guess. I don't know if it collapsed right before I got here, if that's why it's all foggy, or if it's just a really foggy area. But yeah, it's just, there's this whole huge sunken pit right here that I've never seen anything like it before. And I don't see any vessel or anything, so I almost wonder if someone came to explore this ruin and it updated the gravel and the sand around here, and it caused all of this to collapse. So I wonder if that's what's happening here, because this is some crazy terrain generation if it is natural here. Because I've never seen anything like this. I kind of want to go in and explore it, but I don't know how well it'll show up on camera or even in person for me. Yeah, see, now the smoke is all gone. And I don't see any torches or anything in here, like somebody else came in here. So I am going to explore, take a look around, and bring you guys in if I find anything interesting. Well, I almost wonder if in generation it caused this area to break, because here is the vessel farming. Ooh, cabbages. That's my first cabbages that I've actually found, so that's neat. But yeah, I don't really see a whole lot going on in this cave. There are a lot of really shallow dead ends, basically. So I think that's all I'm going to get in this area. Actually, I haven't gone off this way yet, so I'm going to give that a peek and see what there is. But I mean, there's this little slot canyon thing that I could go bouncing through for a little bit and see what there is. There's this cave, so let's go. And it was a short dead-end disappointment. So I am not having much luck with cave exploration right now. So I'm probably going to just bring you in when I do find cool things, since I did just do an exploration and caving episode. So I will see you in a bit. Poking around in caves and another translocator. I'm getting pretty good at finding these things, and I just don't have the gears to repair any of them. So I'm going to mark this on the map and continue my journey. Well, I ended up getting to a point where there were caves that had been explored by someone else. So I don't want to disturb an area that is close enough for someone else to explore, because I know I wouldn't want someone coming and poking around in all the caves by where I live, just in case I wanted to explore them. So I am going to head back to my translocator and probably head home, since I am 1, out of food, and 2, I didn't want to turn this into another exploration episode. I have some plans for making a pig pen and how I want to do my workshop. And so I wanted to head home and get kind of started working on those. For the pig pen here, I wanted to kind of have some squatty little stone building, and I think this is one too long for what I want. So I'm gonna take those out and have it be this tiny little cobblestone structure. And instead of the trapdoors, I just left these little slits in the cobblestone. And I think it'll work just as well. And I hope I made it small enough that the little piglets can't get through, because they're a lot smaller than regular sized pigs or the sheep and lambs. So hopefully it's not too small for them to get. I mean, hopefully it's small enough that they won't be able to get out. So I'm gonna go on ahead and finish these little slats, and I am going to still have a thatched roof on it. It's just going to be a single slant direction, kind of like a lean-to type style roof. I might even take a little of this back part out, like take the roof down a little so it's even lower and squattier, just so that it has a very low feel to it. I really like that look in little pig pens. So I'm gonna go on ahead and finish that up, and then I'll bring you back in. And there we have our little lean-to shack for the piggies. And hopefully they will enjoy their new home. Now I need to get the fence for their enclosure set up and kind of figure out exactly how I want that to go. I do know that I need to have it too high, since that is what keeps these sheep in, and that seems to be what works best for keeping animals. I might need to do a little chiseling here because, like I said, the piglets are a lot smaller than little sheep, lambs. There we go. That's the word for them. So I might need to do a little chisel magic here to keep them from squeezing out of those gaps. So I am going to get the fence put on and get a couple details, some lighting, and the little fence gate thing that I have going on over there set up, and I'll be back. Well, this solution isn't super elegant, but I needed somewhere for this oil lamp to be, and there's nowhere in here, and I really just didn't want to put it on the ground because that doesn't seem safe to have an oil lamp on the ground with your pigs. So, but yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how this turned out. I really like the kind of little squatty building, and I hope this piggy over here will enjoy her new home, at least certainly more than this hole in the ground has been. So my next task is going to be herding her over into the new home without losing her. So I'm gonna make a little path here, and I'm gonna definitely end up needing more fences. That should probably be sufficient. Well, if I'm gonna be doing it, I can do a larger thing than that because I definitely have enough of the fences for it now. So make our little trail almost all the way there. Oh, I can't put one there where the ladder is. That's a little inconvenient. Okay, so let's go along here, connect those up, and put them in absolutely random places that make no sense, of course, because that's what I do. And I don't have an axe on me, so let's go on ahead and make one really quick just to make this whole process go faster. Okay, now that I have an axe, I can put things in more appropriate locations. So there we go. And so my hope is that for the most part, she'll just kind of run towards the food, because there is food in there. And so hopefully she'll just decide, hey, I want the food, and not wander around back here. I don't actually have my shovel on me, so I guess I'm punching dirt. Okay. All right, Miss Piggy. You are free from the hole. And free to head towards the food? Not away from the food, please. Alright, because there is food in here. Is she close enough to sense the trough? Because they're supposed to be able to see it within like 32 blocks, I thought was the distance. But let's continue placing blocks behind her. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Before she falls back in it. There we go. And some more dirt to fill up our hole here. We no longer have a trap for poor unsuspecting visitors to fall into, so I suppose that's good at least. And this may take too long, and I'm probably gonna go get some water buckets because I don't want to just passively wait for her to continue along the path. So I will be right back. We ended up kind of digressing in progress in what I was trying to do. So now we have to get her all the way from here. Oh dear. That's why you need them to be 2 blocks wide. No, I don't want you in my garden, stupid pig. Freaking crap. Alright, open the gate. Let Miss Piggy out. She seems to be kind of heading in the general direction of the crops, maybe, or the trough. Maybe she can smell it after all. Maybe she knows where it is. Let's open this up for her and see if she'll go in. All right, well, I guess that takes care of that. So she did find the trough all on her own, and I didn't have to go through my whole shenanigans over there. But there we go. I have my one pig in a pen, and as of yet, I have never seen a boar on the entire server. So, I mean, I've seen them in other people's pens, but I have never seen a wild boar on this server. And so I am going to have to spend some time trying to find one, and I probably won't end up finding one in this episode. But that poor pig has a home now. She's not just stuck in a hole all by herself with no food. She'll actually sometimes get fed, because you know how fantastic I am with animals and keeping them fed. But she will have a home. She has a cute little cobblestone lean-to shack for herself, and hopefully someday a boar and little piglets. I found a picture on one of my adventures when I found one of the translocators, and I think with the picture and the little flower pot, that makes this area so very nice and cozy. I already loved it up there, but now it's just got decor. And I couldn't put this picture, oops, sorry, fell. I couldn't put the picture on these walls because they're chiseled, and chiseled walls don't play very nicely with architecture and other things, so unfortunately I couldn't really put it on these walls. Right now I am crafting myself a pair of shears because if you can see on the mini-map a little bit, there are a ton of trees that I planted because I am again low on coal, so I need to get those trees harvested. And to do that, I thought it would be kind of fun to use a third-person camera, which I just barely got my camera account. I got it all set up, and so I think that would be kind of a fun way to showcase it and to just see what it can do and have fun making a little bit of a time-lapse of me harvesting these trees over here. So I'm gonna go on ahead and finish this up. And there we have our shears, and I'll be able to take all of the leaves off the trees and chop them all down. And for this camera account, I have to give special thanks to Apache, who helped me figure out how to get 2 instances of Vintage Story running at the same time. And again, another special thanks to my husband for helping me figure out the best settings so all of this didn't look like a giant slideshow when I have 2 instances and recording all going at the same time. So, shall we get started then? was able to get quite a decent amount of logs there from that little tree farming montage that I just did. And I ended up during it having to upgrade my crate there. And I don't know if you noticed during the time-lapse, but there was a point where suddenly there was just like a hole in the middle, and that's because my lovely husband was the one that planted the trees, and he thought it would be funny to plant one right here in the middle of my drifter trap farm. So when the storm was on its way, I had to sit there and hack away at this stupid tree for the longest time because it was like right in the middle and all the other branches were touching it, and so it was trying to chop down like all the trees around it simultaneously. So yeah, it created this giant hole right in the middle of my tree farm thing, so I could stand on my drifter platform during the storm. And actually, during that storm, I gotta show you because it's pretty freaking exciting, or at least it is for me, because I got 3 gears from that. And that means in the next episode, because I won't have enough time in this one, I am going to be going and repairing that, or at least one of the translocators that I found during this episode. So I'm really excited about that because these are the first 3 gears that I've actually gotten just like myself instead of trading and whatnot. So I'm glad that the storm happened. I really wish that I was on more often for more of them. So with that, though, I think this episode has enough content on it. And so I will see you guys next time. And if you like the video, make sure to leave a like. And if you really loved it and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe and share with your friends. Bye.